Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your 2018 September love reading. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm going to lay out a Celtic cross spread, and this is kind of like picking up on what your person is thinking, not maybe how they feel about you, but just a little bit more about where they're at. So this could apply to your partner or someone that you're interested in. And we've invited in the white and purple lights, positive energy, angels, Archangel Michael. Please give us some good answers and good information for the Capricorns for the month of September 2018 in love. Okay. All right, and as usual, we are going to lay out the spread, and then I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm just going to let the cards tell the story. So let's get to it. Some of you are dealing with an air sign, a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or someone that's really, this person is, they could be controlling, but not necessarily so. They could be slightly narcissistic in some cases. But this is somebody, they're very, I'll just say this, they're really proud of the way their thoughts, like their ideas, they really value their ideas. Not that they don't yours either, but they're into intellect, something about intellect with this person. I feel like this is a person who could also be another Capricorn you're dealing with, possibly a Taurus or a Virgo, but someone who does want to move forward with you. But they're very slow and practical and methodical about the way they would go about something like that. So it could be an older person or somebody just more mature in life, maybe kind of knows what they want. And in the past, they had a little bit of an awakening to where they were able to see things in a different perspective. So yeah, for some of you, it's not a narcissist. I think maybe why I picked up that energy is because this is somebody who really loves to learn. They could be a know-it-all sometimes, but can't we all? I think really more what I'm picking up, is this is more of an energy of like somebody who's open to new ideas, and they feel like they gather information. So they're kind of a wealth of information. I think that this person that you're dealing with could be someone who wants a foundation. They want stability, and you know, they can be a little bit of a penny pinch for some of you. That won't be for everybody, but some of you are like, oh really, come on dude, you know, like spend some of that money on me, why don't you? Like I feel like some of you, that's not for everybody. Let me clarify that. That's funny. Okay, some of you are dealing with someone who is independently wealthy, or they don't really have to work a lot. They just already have some money. Or they're just going back to work or or may have lost a job. Maybe that's why, for those of you who are dealing with someone who's not sharing the coins right now, maybe it's because they've lost a job, or they're wanting to do something with they're wanting to change careers. Maybe they're looking for something that's more having to do with their creativity and their gifts. So that could be the case. Now, I think you may be dealing with a fire sign. For some of you, it could be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. But this is someone who has some decisions to make, and they're not exactly in a rush to make any decisions. They're thinking. This is probably an air sign for many of you, because we keep getting swords. And I think that this is somebody who's really, really up in their head right now through the month of September, thinking about some things. And maybe they have been dealing with some dishonesty, and so they're having some trust issues. This has nothing to do with you. I think it's more about their own issues. You know, if you're a person who's been very outspoken about the way you think, you might be intimidating them just a little bit, and they're wanting to know if they could take you at face value. So I think that, you know, I would say be careful with the way you're communicating right now. And also, here's the flip side of that, is also be careful that you're not coming off as a know-it-all. Like in your conversations, you may have a little bit of sexual sparring, you know, in the conversations that you're having. Yeah, but just be careful that you don't come off as where you just, you know everything, because there's still a lot to be learned here. I think that this person would like to offer you love, but they're a little bit slow to do so. And they have experienced love before. This is someone who is not new at this. They're definitely know what it means to be part of a relationship. And when they are ready to pursue you, you're going to know. Some of you are dealing with a Leo, Aries, or perhaps a Sagittarius, but this person is not afraid to go after what they want. So I think that if you are dealing with this person, that you're going to know, and they're going to let it be known, not just to you, but they're going to let everybody know that they're after you. Yeah, some of them have gotten over some heartache and grief, but they're past that now. Yeah, and I think things turned out favorably for them. So if this is someone you're dealing with who went through a divorce, I feel like things came out just fine. You know, this is, it could be another Capricorn you're dealing with, but I feel like this person is on a path to, they're on a quest to have relationships with people that are rewarding and fulfilling. They don't. I think some of these people may have recently overcome some type of vices or addictions. And we've got the Devil card upside down. This is also you, Capricorn, the Devil card. I think that's a beautiful card. But this is, you know, facing your truth. It's not, the Devil card is really about going in and fighting your own inner demons. I think this person has done a lot of that work on themselves, or they're currently doing that. And whatever way that resonates, this person is definitely looking inward. Yeah, and I feel like they're overcoming a lot of things because we got the Six of Wands. So whoever this person is, I think that they've been battling some things successfully, and they're coming out stronger for it. I think they're surrounded by some secrets. You could be dealing with a person who's in a position to where they are not able to share a lot of information with you about their job, or maybe you just find this person mysterious. There's a possibility that you're attracted to their intellect and you feel like they're very mysterious. And you're kind of wondering, are they going to lay down the foundation here? And I do think that they want to do that. I think that they definitely want to have that type of a relationship, but you might be dealing with a Cancer as well. So they're going to be a little bit slow, not because they don't want to jump in, but when they jump in all the way. Whoever this person is, I think they're looking at themselves and going, okay, wait, I might need to go slower than normal. You know, I've got to decide. And if once they decide, they're all in. So I feel like, yeah, they've gone through some transitions, and they're surrounded by some kind of a change, a major change at the moment. This person is dealing with something. It doesn't have to be bad, but I definitely feel like this is a huge transformation for them. Yeah, they've been healing, but they do have a lot of love to offer. This is a really good solid bet. They've just walked away from something that no longer serves them, and they're kind of starting to feel themselves again. If they've been going through anything, they've probably been possibly bickering or something through, if it's someone fresh out of a divorce, I feel like they're coming out on top, but they're also, you know, possibly really funny, and they're afraid to get their heart broken again. So, you know, they're trying to balance work and love, and the last thing they want to do is have to go through another heartbreak like they recently went through. This person is very unconventional. They are, they're very eccentric. They're not like your normal cup of tea here. This is somebody who's kind of got their own path in life. They do want love, though. And I think when this person falls in love, they fall hard. So it's not that there's hesitation. There's just a very sincere thought process, because this person is up in their head a lot. So they're kind of like mind over heart most of the time. Their heart may tell them one thing, but they have to think things through. So they're not just going to jump in frivolously to something that doesn't serve them. Okay, now, and the outcome, we've got the Eight of Wands in reverse, and what I think this is messages coming in is Eight of Wands, or some kind of movement, some kind of a travel. You could go on a trip with them, or maybe they're considering offering something to you. Maybe they're giving you some choices, as far as maybe they're challenging you in some way and waiting on your message. They're waiting to hear back from you, or you could be waiting to hear from this particular person right now. If you're dealing with another Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, I do feel like this person sees you as a potential mate, but they're waiting for you to make the move. Yeah, I think that they see you as someone they like marriage material, but they're waiting for you to make a move. And they'd like to offer you something. They feel very emotionally connected to you. This could be someone from your past for some of you. This could be someone at a distance. So maybe that's what the communication is. This is someone who, for some of you, doesn't live close or anywhere nearby. This may be somebody you've gone through some kind of a class or some kind of a rite of passage with. Like, for some of you, this is going to represent a person that you've been through something with already. Like, you've done some activity together where, for instance, you climbed a mountain. I mean, that's extreme, but there's some previous connection based on one of your common interests here that draws you together before the love. And I think that's you've got that in your favor, that there's some common interest that you have that is what's bringing you together. And I feel like whatever this activity is, it balances you both out. So if you're, okay, we're going to go the other way. And I'm going to go something really conservative now. Let's say you're in a book club, okay? This is somebody in that club with you. You both love books by Richard Bach, for instance. And or you both happen to be reading, oh, wow, you're reading that book, so am I. How weird. This is someone that you've had some really odd synchronicity type of experiences with. And for some of you, this is someone from your past. You have been, over the years, maybe they call you right when you've been thinking about them, or vice versa. You happen to go to the store and they don't even live in the same town as you, and guess who pops up? They just happen to be there. You know, maybe somebody you've crossed paths with in the past. So yeah, some of you, it's going to be a slow-moving thing. And I feel like you're starting to reappreciate whoever this person is. You're starting to gain a new appreciation for them. Or maybe it's a friend that all of a sudden you just turned into, wow, I'm attracted to them. Or you saw them and they look different, or they're acting different, or there's something different about them and you've never seen them in this light until recently. That'll only apply to a few of you. And yeah, there's like some kind of sex appeal now about them that you had never looked at them in that way before. So some of you are dealing with a fire sign, a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo, perhaps. And some of you are dealing with a person who has a very loud personality, and you're like, whoa, you like that, but at the same time, you're like, oh my God, you know, so this person comes off as a very passionate energy, which is attractive, but it's also like, I think you're kind of like, you know, taking a breath. There's something that draws you to this person, but you're also, you know, tickled by it. Yeah, they make you feel like a kid. You feel really lighthearted and happy-go-lucky. I think they make you laugh a lot. And yeah, for some of you, this person has actually just, you know, had been through a deal where they were really heartbroken about love. And I don't know how recent past that was. It could have been 6 months ago, 6 years ago for some of these people. But I do sense for many of you, this is definitely someone you've known. And this is not just someone brand new necessarily for some of you. But yeah, they have had their share of heartbreak, but they've also successfully overcome some issues. You know, if their issue was codependency, I feel like they've really worked on themselves. And they're very generous in with their knowledge, because yeah, this is a very smart person you're dealing with. Like I said, they're always in their head. They're thinking about stuff all the time. Their mind is always going, you know. But they're very kind and they're very generous. They might be generous with their money. They might want to offer you things, you know. And usually if they're offering you something, you know that they're definitely interested, because I don't think that they're like that generally. I think that if they're giving you things, it's sort of as some type of a gift to let you know. They'd like to offer you the world or a new beginning. If this is someone from your past, there's a possibility of a new beginning, and you'll know this by the ways they share with you, whether it's time, money, or insight. Okay, and now we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So some of these people may have been single for a long time, and they're kind of set in their ways. They're used to being single, but they're ready to let go of that burden. They don't want to have to feel like, you know, they have to live the rest of their lives and just, you know, I think at one point this person you're dealing with may have been just sort of set on taking on the world by himself or herself, where they didn't necessarily, it's not that they didn't want a partnership, but they were sort of fine without it, you know? Yeah, because they had a couple of bad experiences and things were, they had some heartbreaks, definitely. And so, you know, but right now, I feel like, I don't know if this person is older than you or just an older soul, but many of you are dealing with another earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo. They're in a place where they'd like to offer love to you. And I'm getting fearless. They're fearless. I mean, at first I thought this was a shy person, but, well, not shy because we got this Queen of Rods. But, I mean, I felt like this was a person holding, you know, holding their cards close to their chest. I guess now I'm starting to feel like maybe, you know, their personality is loud and vivacious and funny, but there's a real sensitive, stable, strong part of this person who's, and I don't think they share that with a lot of people. But if you are someone they're interested in, they're definitely going to show you this and present that side of themselves to you. And you may be one of the few people who sees it. Like some people may go, what? What do you mean they're kind and, you know, talking about stability or this or that? Because, you know, we don't see them that way. They're just, you know, so-and-so, the life of the party or the, you know, feisty energy. But I feel like they're going to share that side with you. There's a very serious sexual attraction and chemistry with this person. Yeah, this could be a Gemini you're dealing with, but I definitely feel like whoever this person is a soulmate or a twin flame, and they feel like they can let down their defenses around you. And, you know, we've got the Hermit in reverse in hopes and fears. So I think, you know, they may have a tendency to isolate, or, you know, somebody's holding back a little bit right now in this. King of Cups reverse. Yeah, maybe they really are more serious about you than they've let on. For some of you, this will be true. You might be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, some of you. Now, this wanted to jump out. What is this? Yeah, some of them have been through some major disruptions in their life over the last 6 months. Within the last 6 months, they've had some pretty major things happen. Now, I don't know, that could be different things for different people. But I feel like some life-changing events that sort of shook the ground they walk on, but the way they deal with things is they like to sort things out. They like to figure stuff out. Like they may do the emotional healing if this was a sad event, for instance, but they think it through. You know, they're more cerebral about it. And then it like sinks in. Yeah, some of them have gone through some great loss, and they're a little bit, they're not shy personality-wise, but they're shy about starting something new. And again, they're thinking about it. And they're trying to gather their strength. But yeah, I think you actually may be keeping them up at night. They might have you on their mind more than they let on, or maybe you do know this, you know. But yeah, they think about you, and I think they're, you know, conflicted in some ways, or, you know, just they could be either conflicted or they're really thinking about you. Yeah, whatever this event was that they went through really flipped up their foundation. They may have been in a relationship in the past where someone was unfaithful, and yeah, so, or this person could have been handling things by drinking too much. So in their past, they've gone about things the wrong way, which could be what this addiction was they had to face. Now, that could be alcohol, it could be gambling, it could be codependency, it could be addiction to your phone. You know, many people they actually have that now, where that's a mental, or not a mental illness, but that's some kind of a disorder now, is when you're on your phone too much. I think that's pretty funny, but okay, so anyway, moving on. Yeah, I think that what I'm seeing here is there's some type of a community that they've recently divorced or stepped away from. They've gotten out of a situation. They're changing their playmates and their friendships. They're trying to recreate a new community, and they may not know where to start. They don't, Yeah, there could have been an argument that went on and the people that they were hanging out with before. But they do see you as someone that they want to be with. Like, they value your time and appreciate you. And, you know, they may be slow to offer you things. In other words, you may feel like, well, do they like me or do they not like me? But they do like you. For some of you, this is a younger person, so that's interesting. So for some of you, it's more mature, but now I'm seeing an energy of a person who may be younger than you. Or, let's see. Yeah, some of you are dealing with an air sign. Some of you are dealing with another earth sign. Now, this person maybe has a youthful quality about them, but they're definitely someone who wants to offer you some stability. They've got a healing process that's been going on where they've uncovered some things within that have sort of been in the way of them making a move. They might, again, I feel like they're waiting for you to make a move. You know, they're waiting for their ships to come in, and they'd like to offer you love. And they want to manifest this. And, you know, they don't want to be too pushy. I feel like they're sort of holding back their feelings just a bit. They're telling you their thoughts, but they're a little bit holding back on their emotions. And they are slow to go about moving towards you, although they're very sexually attracted to you. And even that, I think that with the sexual attraction they feel towards you, they're even reeling that in. They want you to make the first move, like in every kind of way, whether it be, you know, that's what I'm sensing here. So, you know, I think they feel like, well, you know, they should know that I like them. They feel like you should already know that they like you. And they're trying to figure out where you're at right now. So that's kind of what I'm starting to feel from this. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you'd like a further reading or something more specific or a question that you have you'd like to ask, then you can contact me at girlintheskytarot@gmail.com. Please like and subscribe and share the video if you like this. Thank you.